Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video and welcome back to round 6 of the F123 Williams Road to Glory. Yes, we're back today here for the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. Of course, we get back into the series, live streaming it every Tuesday over on my Twitch, and then of course highlights here on my YouTube. I also upload the full VOD as well. If you missed the live stream, there's a link down in the description below to the full VOD as well. But of course, last week out in Miami was a little bit of a nightmare. I think the less said about that, the better. Currently having a look at the championship. Alex Albon is riding in P13. We're down in P16 at the moment. Of course, we're just a single point on the board there, but that means we're 1 point ahead of Alfa Romeo as we head into round 6 of the season. We've also got a couple of upgrades actually due on the car, so hopefully they're both going to go on without issue before we get into the weekend, which of course they're not. But yeah, hopefully though, Imola this weekend we can try and have a good run. Obviously we'll get that fixed. We've actually got a lot of R&D at the moment as well to do some upgrades, so we'll try and get as many of those on the car as we possibly can. And there we go, 4 R&D points left. But yeah, get yourself subscribed, follow us over on Twitch, and let's do this thing. Ocon down in P17, Stroll down in P18. Some big hitters there having troubles. Don't invalidate around in the final corner. Been a decent first lap, we'll take it up towards the line. This time gonna be a 5th. Sorry? How the hell have we done that? That's genuinely baffled me. Like, it felt like a decent lap, but nothing special. I mean, we were 0.2 off fastest then. And Albon was 1.1 off fastest. So that's very, very odd. I don't think I can't even change it mid-weekend, I don't believe. Or we might have to wait till the end of qualifying. Right, out of the final corner, though. What's the time going to be to kickstart Q2? I think it's going to be a little bit slower. Yes, it is. Only P10. 16.0. It looks like, yeah, we're safely through. We're into Q3 for the first time this season, then. Very, very happy with that, as we'll try and attack our way through. Oh, damn. Well, that's a good job we did that, then, isn't it? First time round. What could the time have been, anyway? Clearly, all the upgrades are working nicely on the car. Out of the final corner. 15-1. It won't actually be a 15-1, but we're rapid here, and I have no idea why. Don't invalidate now. Out of the final corner, up towards the line. What is the time gonna be? There goes the 14, a 15-3 again. Pretty happy with that, but it's only it's P8 in the end. All the AI get quick right towards the end. Well, I'll be very, very impressed if someone has bet P8 there, but it is 8th place on the grid here for the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. Charles Leclerc fastest for Ferrari there, and neither Red Bull getting onto the front row. Verstappen starting all the way down in P5, just ahead of both Mercs there. Yeah, with Oscar Piastri, Fernando Alonso rounding out our top 10. But can we try and score some big points today? It's a full wet Grand Prix. There is the chance for some craziness. Right, has anyone got any grid penalties? Yes! Leclerc out of position. Ferrari take pole at home and bottle it before the race has even begun. Lando Norris on the pole then. We know he loves this Imola circuit. Oh, Anthony Davidson, he loves us. He loves us down at Williams. And rightly so. 63 wet laps here from Imola. And then, unfortunately, we also know Springbok Motorsport, thank you for the follow. Must be very, very early in the morning for you. The 69 car is looking fine. Retro Cyborg, welcome on in as well. But yeah, the thing is, what we now know as well with that weather is, even if we get red flags, that rain's going to stay all day. Almost lining up then on the grid, ready for the Emilia-Romagna del Qatar Airways Made in Italy Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. It's going to be a slippery one, but we have got to try and drag this Williams, hopefully, to some more points here today. Lining up nice and tidy on the grid. Need that purple score pretty much perfect. Kind of aiming at the wall. But yeah, need to focus up on the start there. Lando Norris on the pole. Will he hang on? John 2, thank you for the follow. Let's do this thing. 5 red lights. Lights out and away we go. Hamilton struggling. Russell struggling as well a little bit. So try and get a good second phase there down in towards turn 1. We're going to go 3 wide with the Mercs. Verstappen caught a bit napping as well there. And a Williams and a Mercedes side by side into turn 1. Where have I seen that before? Somehow we found some space around the outside of turn 1. Big lock-up on the way in, but Lando Norris clear out in front of the field through the first couple of corners there. Verstappen somehow has recovered his bad start to actually make places up and move into P3 at the start of this race, but we're ahead of the Mercs, and we're now in a Merc-Ferrari sandwich here on lap 1 as Russell and Hamilton still going side by side. I guess the good thing is, of course, for us is DRS isn't going to be enabled today, so hopefully that means, of course, we're not going to do as much defending down the straight. But yeah, making our way through the final couple of corners, though. Perez seems to be on a little bit of a push as well. That's a gravel trap. That's not ideal. AS Farming TV, thank you for the follow. But Lando Norris then leads the way at the end of lap 1. We've done pretty well, though. I'm quite happy with that. As we can already see, Ferrari's having a bit of a duke out in towards the first corner. Are we going to see Leclerc get the jump on sights? Pretty easily, actually. Never find you. Yay! Say, I'm streaming a bit more on Twitch now. I appreciate it, mate. Say, I'm still every single stream. I feel like we get a few people to say, you know, I watched you on YouTube and never knew you streamed. Sam as well. Oh, no! No! I've done a Hamilton. I was too busy reading chat. There's the first bottle of the night. Oh, no. I've done a Lewis. Get your bottle emojis in. Nope, that's 2 warnings in 2 corners. So now we've got no more warnings for the afternoon. Can we try and get a run on Fernando? Trying to look around the outside, down in towards turn 1. And, oh, a little bit of contact there, but we've had Fernando Alonso for breakfast. Luckily, the AI don't tend to get a particularly good run at the final corner, so we'll try and get something done back down in towards turn 1. Lewis! Oh,
I'm afraid you've been given a time penalty for that last incident, mate.
I'm sorry? Lewis Hamilton, I'm pretty certain, just tried to kill me on the run in towards turn 1. What was that? That is ridiculous. I mean, that was almost like Bottas and Russell a couple of years ago. I mean, we're definitely sending it now, but that is a ridiculous penalty. We were alongside him and he just kept on moving me. Will George Russell and I crash? Is it going to be the passing of the guard? Don't get a penalty. Don't get a penalty. That was the worst line I've ever taken through that. That's going to be about another 5 laps then to try and close back up. I have not driven into anyone's house yet. Right, can we get a run on Russell then? Back in towards turn 1. It took me a couple more laps than originally I wanted to. Another Mercedes defending the inside though. Can we get round the outside? Late on the brakes. Give him the room. No contact. And there you go. That's a Mercedes and a Williams actually making it through turn 1 side by side. Back into 6th place we go. Still got to worry about the penalties later on. Use the overtake button. We've got to start using the overtake. Ooh, Norris into the pits. Okay, some AI 2 stopping. That's interesting. Very, very interesting then from the AI. So we might have a big opportunity then. Be intrigued to see whether Perez and Sainz dive it in as well. Surely they haven't gone dries. Otherwise, the game would already be telling me. Surely, yeah, it's not dry conditions. But could we be about to take the lead for the first time ever in the Williams Road to Glory? And why has everyone? If they aren't. I mean, yeah, surely. Surely they're going to be on set of Inter still. Soham, thank you for the follow. Wait and see as we round our way through the final couple of turns. Yep, Perez is in. I mean, if they've gone dries, then I'm scared. Right, so AI then. Alonso's staying out, which is nice. Got a rear gunner. But Lando is on Inter still. So this is very interesting then. So the AI 2 stopping. So effectively now we've got a pit stop. But we are leading a race for the first time ever in the Williams Road to Glory. I'm sure that thing sounds interesting. I'm sure you can hear it from quite far away. Ah, what? I feel like we picked up loads of penalties in last year's game series that I did here at Imola on stream. That's annoying. Very, very annoying. Right, we are going to be diving in though at the end of this lap chat. Yeah, Verstappen now, I think, whatever he had was just a temporary glitch. So he's pulled away from Leclerc again. But yeah, we are going to re-emerge, I would assume, in P10. Although Alonso, yeah, this really hasn't worked out well for him because he's already back to where he would have been. Right, into the pits though at the end of this lap. Make sure I don't get a pit lane speeding penalty like we did in Miami. So going to be careful because we're having a pretty good run so far. And obviously don't want to do anything stupid. Have got those penalties to deal with towards the end, but first half of that race has been pretty decent. We might still come out near Alonso, looking at it on paper, but I reckon he might have some small bit of damage as well. Optimal on the turn-in. Come on, nice, clean, tidy stop, boys. Come on. No. Oh, no, there we go. That was all right.
Fantastic stop, faster than we were expecting.
The Russell is going to fly past us. Alonso is in then. So, yeah, he's the only other car on a one-stop by the looks of it. And we are going to re-emerge behind Oscar Piastri. And, of course, now we're going to have a few laps where, hopefully, we're going to be quicker than the AI as well, which should be nice. The tables have turned red up. What are we discussing, Toaster Mustafa? Well, that should be a warning. Oscar Piastri, they're off the road. Can we try and get a run up the hill, though, on him? In his McLaren. Got some decent grip. Oh! Oh, that was scary. Got on the battery way too early. Woo! So frustrating. I really don't want 12 seconds worth of penalties, as we've got an engine warning light on. That's not good. Again, though, might have to be try and get a run out of Aqua Minerale. Unless we can actually get a run on Oscar. Whoa, down the hill, around the outside. Ugh!
Okay, so this light rain is going to be with
Okay.
us for a while now.
We'll take it. We will absolutely take it. I think the problem was, of course, is De Vries is 28. You know, it's not like he's 20, 21 years old trying to make his name. You know, Red Bull felt they were getting a known quantity, and clearly you kind of think, well, if he's done all this testing for Williams, and Aston Martin and Merc, you know, surely you got to wonder why none of them pulled the trigger. Oh, come on, George. It's a straight, man. You got to get on with it. I'm going to send it. Oh, I'm not. Around the outside? Hello. Hello. We'll take it. Thank you. Right, come on then. Can we get a run on Carluccio at the final corner? So, oh, big slide there from Carlos. He's feeling the pressure, and that's going to be hopefully quite an easy one, actually. In the end, lap 40 of 63. We are almost at 2/3 distance. Are we going to see Carlos get a run back in towards one? Yes, we are. Try and pin him defensive. Cadence break in, but we're through. Always scary when you go side by side with the AI at turn one here, because you just never know what they're going to do. Oh, yellows. Oh, Hamilton! Hamilton's binned it! Hamilton in the wall. So clearly cannot race. Imola in the wet, and will take the place. We're back up into P5 then. They wanted to prove to the other teams that they were hiring from their own again. Oh, here we go. Leclerc in. Verstappen in. Lando in. Is this an opportunity for Perez to get undercut? Wait and see, but we're back up then into P2. We should retake the lead of the Grand Prix very, very soon. But what is going to happen late on? How good is the pace going to be of those AI? Are we about to lap Alex Albon this afternoon? As Checo, I think. Yep, there we go. Sergio Perez in the pits. So Lando is more than 20 seconds behind us, which is mad at the moment. He's still got Piastri in the way. Obviously, we've got 9 seconds worth of penalties, and we've still got 20 laps to go. So half a second a lap between now and the end is what we're aiming to lose. I mean, winning this race would be ridiculous. Norris has been released, though. Perez still in P2, but yeah, Lando's got the jump on him again. Verstappen is still right there, so we could be in for a 4-car scrap for the win. But yeah, we definitely won't have the pace, even if we're still ahead on track. The penalties are going to hamper us today, but Albon with his mechanical issues, we're about to lap our teammate here. Thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. Thank you, Alex. I'm so sorry your race has gone badly. It is like Monaco, Norris versus Ricciardo. But we're up and through. I tell you what, Lando Norris, I mean, he's taking a lot of time out of me at the moment, but we know how much the AI's pace falls off towards the end of a stint. I'm not going to say it's possible, but I think a podium is going to be difficult, of course. But I mean, if Perez and Norris fighting, that's handy. They keep doing that, potentially give us a bit of time. That could be useful. I mean, what we could really do with now is the track drying up, bolt on a set of soft compound tyres to the end. Because then, effectively, obviously, we'd all be on level playing field again. But I still feel like we'd struggle. Oh, no! There we go, it's over. The dream's dead. Definitely can't keep him 12 seconds back. I actually got an email a couple of weeks ago, chat, from some AI. I think it was AI dating or something. And they were like, "Hi, Matt212, like the most spammy email you'll ever see. We've developed like our new AI dating bot 3.0 or something, and we've seen your TikToks and think you'd be perfect to be a spokesman." And I was like, well, I don't get why you think I'd be perfect. That hurts a little bit. Yeah, like, how much would it cost to do a promotional TikTok on your channel? And I sort of ummed and ahed about it, and I thought, well, let's be fair, you know. I got bills to pay, chat. You know, it's a real thing to consider. So I emailed them back, going, for a single TikTok, my going rate on this kind of thing is £5,000. Funnily enough, they didn't come back to me, which I was a bit gutted with. I could have taken that up. Jewelry, thank you for the follow. When you feel the car slip like that, how do you try and correct it? It depends, honestly, on like the angle and things like that. But often I try and mash the brake and steer the car straight, and then use a little bit of throttle once it's kind of pointing roughly where I need it, to try and flick the back end away from the danger. But it depends on every single incident, because sometimes you just have to dump the throttle and spin around fully. Is it the AI? Their tyres are getting to the end of their life. Crazy Katie. Things are going rather interestingly. We have a 10-second lead in a Williams, seemingly out of nowhere. I've scored 1 point all season. We've come to Imola. Suddenly we, for whatever reason, have loads of pace this weekend. And with a handful of laps to go, we are now in a net fight for the win. And I still don't quite know how. 12 seconds of time penalties, yeah. Imola has not been fair to me. Or fun, even, I should say. 10.9. What is going on late on in the day? AI absolutely cannot manage their tyres here. I think, to be honest, chat, the AI run way too little downforce at Imola anyway. Couple that with the intermediate conditions mean they've just not had the setups designed for the car. And it's also meant their tyre wear is atrocious. No. No. No! And if it hadn't been for Hamilton at the start. I'm not going to back out, though. Oh, the lock-up. That's awful. Come on, Bottle Job 212. Still got 3 laps. And Perez has got loads of AI to navigate. It's not over. This will probably only have to navigate Bottas and the Williams, but... Oh, we got yellows out. Stroll's breaking down, I think. It might be one of the Alpines. Don't be a safety car. Can't be a safety car. Too late in the race for a safety car. Stroll out, though. We need over a second a lap on Checo now. You know, had Hamilton not ran me off the road, though, this would still be a fight for the win heading into the final lap, but you know, that's the way the cookie crumbles. I mean, we've got to take the big championship points anyway. Could we still get Verstappen, though? We need 1 more second on this final lap. I'm not going to give up. All those points can have big ramifications in the bigger picture. So we've got to try and still go for it. Or that's not going to do me any favours, but what a race it's been here from Imola. Even though we're not going to get the win unless Perez bins it or something. We will absolutely take a podium. It's been a tough old race. And we've certainly learnt a lot as well. Once again, you know, track limits, the bane of my existence, it would appear, inside F123. Yeah, we'll get another one for good measure as well. I don't actually think we're going to get Perez anyway. Looks like Perez might just about have enough towards the end of this thing, so at least we're not actually going to bottle the win with that final penalty by the looks of things. But in towards the final few corners, though, of the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. It's a heartbreaking way to end the afternoon, but yeah, even that last penalty I don't think has made the difference, all things considered. We will take it, though. We will take a trophy, our first trophy of the Williams RTG through the final corners. It's going to be the win on the road, but boy, oh boy, are those track limits frustrating. They're out of the final corner. We will still take a podium. Well, there we are then, the end of the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix, and a disappointing end there, but like I said, lucky that final podium, that final penalty didn't actually cost us the win either way. Sergio Perez just had enough pace in that Red Bull, but it is going to change things up massively in the championship there. You can see Albon, decent recovery up to P15 despite all the issues. But it's going to mean championship-wise, Verstappen still with a 14-point lead at the top of the table. We jump all the way up, though, into P9 and best of the rest at the moment. Albon down to P14 there. And in terms of Williams, then, we're now ahead of Alpine as well. So we could actually be in a fight for P6 by the end of the season. But thank you all so much for watching this video. If you have enjoyed, please do make sure to leave a like, get yourself subscribed. And yeah, we'll be back very, very soon with more of the Williams Road to Glory. A massive thank you to all of my YouTube members and my Patreon supporters for their continued donations to help my work. These things go much further than I think a lot of you ever realise and allow me to continue making content full-time here on YouTube. So if you want to support me from as little as £1 a month and be featured on all of these end clips, either click the join button next to the subscribe or head over to my Patreon. There's a link down in the description.